Labor costs are typically your company's largest cash flow items. A cost reduction strategy that is successful must therefore effectively balance resources and cost constraints. Although it may appear that laying off some of the laborers is the fastest and the easiest way to reduce cost in production or service, that may not be the greatest approach of solving the issue. The expense of locating and training new people are very costly. Therefore, holding your staff and keeping them satisfied is financially more useful. However, this raises a question: is there a method to decrease labor cost without dismissing employees? Fortunately, there are several. My name is Sonali Pednekar. I am a Lean Impact Business Transformation Coach. I have helped more than 100 companies to up their game by increasing profit and setting up quality standards that win them customer delight. Today we will see the 6 ways to reduce labor cost. So here we go. So strategy number 1. Review the level of compensation. Salary and wages have a tendency to grow in one upward direction regardless of how the market and financial conditions change. Examine your compensation schedule to ensure that they are in line with the current trends rather than being product of the past. Employees earning more than what they would be paid for their employment today should be given a raise that is delayed or only a boost until your payroll is in line with the current trends. Now, have an open and honest discussion with the employees who will be affected so that they are already aware of what is going on and why their anticipated raises will not be granted as in the past. In addition, you may offer ways in which they can become more useful to the organization by acquiring new skills that will allow them to earn future raises. Reduce employees' turnover. Because of the fees and salaries paid to individuals involved in recruitment, selection, employment, and training of the new employees, if you have a higher turnover of personnel, you will incur excess cost in your operations as a result of this. Poor quality, longer production times, increased waste, greater scrutiny, and even fraud are the examples of indirect and invisible expense which arise as a result of employees' perception of their time with you as an employer. The ability to maintain a stable workforce core is essential to achieving effective and efficient cost cutting. Option 3. Cross-train. Employers who cross-train their employees typically charge higher wages in the marketplace because they have specialized knowledge or certification. The downside is that they can limit your ability to make modifications in the course of your operation if you rely on their abilities alone. The capacity to make changes, such as layoffs, without hurting your ability to supply products or services to your customer is made possible by having a workforce that is trained to do variety of functions. I hope you are liking my suggestions so far. If you do, click on the like button and do subscribe for this channel, as we do have lots of ideas for you underway. Trade time off for payroll expense. Changing the hours of operation for some businesses have resulted in significant cost savings. Employees who want to spend more time with their families or working on personal projects may embrace a shift to a 4-day or a 10-hour work week in exchange for a lower income or compensation as opposed to a normal 5 to 6 day or a 8-hour work week. This gives both you and the employees to work on various fronts as and when required. Option 5. Share jobs between employees. Office positions in particular are well suited for delegating responsibilities. It is possible to minimize administrative expenditures by replacing full-time employees with part-time employees without necessarily reducing the number of hours for which the full-time employee was available. In most countries, there are a number of highly skilled individuals who are only available to work part-time. Make use of this resource when you have a need that is similar than a full work week, or when you want to split a full-time task between two part-time workers. Work overtime before hiring new employees. Before you hire new employees, think about whether your current staff are capable of performing the job if they are available. If this is the case, consider extending your delivery deadlines and adding some overtime. The majority of employees appreciate the additional compensation. When you compare the expenses of overtime compensation with the total cost of attracting, evaluating, hiring, and retaining new employees, it becomes clear that overtime pay is less expensive. If the high demand persists, you will be able to hire new employees with confidence that their position will be filled also in the future. Finally, but most importantly, the cuts we have made here are equivalent to squeezing a balloon. As we reduce one area, sometimes others have to be expanded. Therefore, you must keep a close eye on any unanticipated side effect and make an effort to ensure that your strategy is properly implemented. Prior to launching a cost reduction effort, communicating often with employees and providing thorough updates is crucial to avoiding negative rumors and excessive speculation among the crew. Invite their participation and thoughts by describing why you have decided to implement new cost-cutting initiatives and express your hopes for their outcome. To keep your dedication to the organization, you need to stay involved rather than play a part of a passive victim.